Hello, and welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Cassingham. Today we're going into week 43 of our Shield portfolio weekly numbers. This is as of today, May 18th, 2025. It's on Sunday. I was out Saturday, but we're doing this on Sunday. So let's get into our numbers. Currently, our portfolio's net worth as of May 18th, 2025 is $554.15. You can see the allocations to our pie chart here. We have our portfolio weekly data for week number 43. This is from May 12th to May 18th. You can see our chart, curve of our chart. We have a net cash flow of $29.50. That's auto deposit $30 on the 14th. So it's a large spike up on the chart here. We have a money weighted rate of return of minus 1.08%. So we had gold pull back on us. We'll see that in charts. We have a market gain of minus 70 cents. I'm sorry, market loss of minus 70 cents. And no dividend earned. So this is our weekly data for week 43. We have our monthly data for week 43. See our chart here. This is from April 21st, 2025 to May 18th, 2025. We have a net cash flow of $59.84. So it's going to be two $30 deposits, one on April 23rd. You see this large spike up here. And the other on May 14th. You see the spike up on the chart here. So two $30 deposits over the month. We have a money weighted rate of return of positive 1.05%. We have a market gain of $2.10. And we have a dividend earned of 22 cents. So it's our monthly data for week 43. Now we have our quarterly data for week 43. So this is from February 18th, 2025 to May 18th, 2025. We have a net cash flow of $150. So we have five $30 deposits. You see one back here in the corner, and the second one here, third one here, fourth one here, and fifth one here. So when we see this spike up on the chart, you know that's our auto deposit. This was Liberation Day where everything crashed back on April 2nd. It's fun times. Over the time period, we have a money weighted rate of return of positive 1.24%. We have a market gain of $2.34 and a dividend earned of 87 cents. So this is our quarterly data over 3 months. Still early. Now we have our all-time data for week 43. So this is from inception all the way till today. So from July 21st, 2024 to May 18th, 2025, we have a net cash flow of $524.68. So we're going to have our initial $100 deposit back here from 0 to 100. And then we have our $30 deposits each every 3 weeks. So we have, every time you see a stair step, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you have 14 times 30 plus the 100, then you get your 524 in your total. Or I should say 520. We have a money weighted rate of return over that time period of positive 10.72%. So still double digits, even though gold pulled back. We have our market gain of $29.47. And we have a dividend earned of $2.27. So that's all-time data, right? So our all-time chart. Now we have our percentages. You can see the reversal happened. So for week 43. So on the right, we have our target weightings. Gold at 45% with our GLD ETF. Bonds at 15% with our GLVI ETF. Commodities at 15% with our USCI ETF. Stocks at 10% with our RSP ETF. US dollar at 10% with our UUP ETF. And Bitcoin at 5% with our IBIT ETF. So we've had a turnaround in gold. It's down for the week, 3.86% for market loss of $9.72. So it's at all-time highs and it's pulling back. And I went into it more than I should have, but like I said in the previous weeks, everything else was going down. Gold was the only thing going up, so I put my money in that. Bonds down 0.45% for market loss of 37 cents. Commodities up 1.41% for market gain of $1.13. Stocks or RSP ETF up 4.29% for market gain of $2.32. So it's a big turnaround. Should have more money in stocks, unfortunately. The chart is crazy when you look at it. We'll see it. The chart's fucking crazy for stocks. US dollar up 0.81% for a market gain of 44 cents. And Bitcoin up 0.94% for a market gain of 27 cents. This is our weekly data for week 43. Coffee. And we have our monthly percentages for week 43. Gold for the month down 4.41% for a market loss of $9.75. So a lot of that I'll give back, you could see it's just from the weekly data. Bonds down 1.17% for a market loss of 92 cents. Commodities up 3.92% for a market gain of $3.02. So at least that's doing good. And then stocks up 10.79% for a market gain of $6.40. Crazy turnaround. Stock market's fucking desperate to come back. US dollar up 1.95% for a market gain of $1.20. Then Bitcoin up 23.45% for a market gain of $5.53. Did save Bitcoin. Then we have our quarterly data for week 43. We have gold up 7.35% for a market gain of $11.40. We have bonds down 3.34% for a market loss of $2.37. Remember, actually we're right at, let's see, 218. Yeah, we're right at our quarterly duration for bonds now. So going forward, I can actually have quarterly data now because I've had this for a full 3 months now. So this will be pretty much accurate. Beyond that, though, then it's going to be not accurate for the all-time. Commodities down 1.00%, so 1% for market loss of 85 cents. Stocks down 1.43% for market loss of 96 pennies. US dollar down 5.40% for market loss of $3.95. And then Bitcoin up 10.83% for a market gain of $2.72. So over the quarter, even though stocks really bounced back, they're still down since Liberation Day. All-time data, week 43. Gold up 28.52% for a market gain of $25.16. Bonds only have 3 months worth of data, so we're not going to go over that because I don't have all-time information. Commodities up 12.19% for a market gain, Jesus Christ, it's so early, of $5.80. Stocks up 0.3% for a market gain of 13 cents. So in the all-time data, that's all we got, 0.3%, still down. US dollar down 8.46% for a market loss of $4.53. And then Bitcoin up 72.45% for a market gain of $8.92. So Bitcoin helping out at least. Then we have our portfolio changes. So no changes this week. Maybe next week, we'll see. I'll probably buy the all-time high in stocks because why not? Why not trade into it, you know? It's been going so crazy, bananas crazy. So basically, these are all my transactions you can see as I've made from my portfolio. Usually plus or minus 5%. Keep it simple. We have our portfolio transactions for week 43. So on May 14th, which was past Wednesday, We had our auto deposit of $30, so it's $29.50. We had 3 buys. We bought government bonds for $6.39. We bought US dollar for $2.13. And then we bought a lot of gold because gold went down for $20.98. So those are our portfolio transactions for week 43. So it's just the auto deposit $30, and then we bought some assets. We have Illuvium staking dashboard for week 43. Illuvium's price is at $14.14. We currently have 15 ILV tokens staked for a current market value of $212.11. So this is our Illuvium vesting dashboard. We have all our vests. We do one every month, $40 worth. Our first one that we did way back when in July of 2024 is going to be unlocking in 70 days, which means I could claim this ILV if I wanted to, but I'll likely leave it staked unless Illuvium starts spiking in price or something. Then I'll probably take it out and sell it. But as of right now, we're 70 days away. And there's page 2 of the rest of the vesting, the most recent one. So this one will unlock in 346 days. This is the most recent deposit. This is back in April last month. Then we have our revenue distribution for week 43. So we have no new revenue distribution to claim. We have our 3 payments that accumulated to 0.024 ILV, which has a current market value of 34 cents. So those are claimed ILV. And we have no Illuvium transactions. So there's our weekly numbers. So now we get into our charts. I'm like so tired this morning. Okay. So gold, always start with gold. So I put this line on here last week because I was like, it's probably top ticking, and it looks like it did because it came down. Now it's coming down to this green trend, which, as we know, goes back to October of 2023. Right? We've been on this uptrend for gold, so we don't know what's going to happen to gold yet. Still doing great. Hit this trend though in reverse, so this is why my portfolio is down this week, because it's been coming down, because I'm 45% into gold. That wasn't fucking enough for you. Then we have commodities, still bouncing back. Very nice, very nice. I'm actually happy that I'm still 15% into commodities. And this trend, as we know, goes back to July of 2022, sorry. So it's been up and down this trend, and it popped out, and then craziness during the Liberation Day, dropped, and then 90-day pause, came back up, bounced. So it's still relatively up. Still pretty close to getting to those all-time highs, the commodities. So we're still at 15%. Gonna keep it that way so far, not gonna change it. And bonds, unfortunately, we have these at 15%. Now it's bottoming along this line. Now you see this strong kind of reversal right here. Look at this candle way down here. Looks like it had a strong reversal right at the bottom. But still, since October 23 in a slow trend. On the 5-year chart, you know, going back to the beginning of the COVID pandemic, good times, we all remember it. It's been coming down. So I'm hoping this was the bottoming trend, but it's really along this lower green trend line right now. So it almost looks like it might break. I don't know, it might go lower. So yeah, bonds not doing good. US dollar had this bit of a turnaround. Still along this lower red trend line. Look, it actually bounced around it. Let's look more closer. So it's kind of bounced around this red trend line. So this bearish line. So I still don't have a good trend to really highlight with this fucking thing. So I put these lines. If we look at the DXY, it gives us a better interpretation. So now we see went up. I can probably delete these lines now. They don't matter anymore. It went up and went down, and then now it started to reverse. Right? So it's starting to reverse around. I don't know how long this reversal will last. The trend overall still seems bad from my perspective. If it gets above this red line and kind of keeps going up, then maybe it'll change. But US dollar not doing good. Go through this quick today. Look at this fucking reversal trend on stocks. Look at this shit. Look at the desperation in the stock market. Absolutely fucking desperate. Absolute desperation. They want it back so bad. They want this all-time high back so bad. Look, I drew this fucking line last week. It already smashed through it. I'm gonna keep it to see what happens next during this next week. See if it pulls back at all. That might be a good pullback spot. We'll see. If it keeps going, I would just be laughing. I'll be like, oh my god. Just like back in the COVID pandemic when it first started, it would crash and then just immediately reversed. Just the absolute fucking desperation of the stock market. It's so funny to me. It's okay to be buying something other than stocks, you know? It's okay. Look at this. It's crazy. This is why gold sold off so much, because stocks were just rising so much. It is just so crazy. Like, I think it was all based on the China deal, but the China deal is still worse than what it originally was because the tariffs are higher still. Like, they're not triple digits, I guess, woohoo, but they're still like double digits, so they still matter. I don't know if people have this doesn't look like to me people have realized that there's still going to be higher tariffs, which means things are still going to be more expensive. So, yeah. This is just desperation to me. This is so crazy. And then Bitcoin. I think it's sitting at 105 right now. 104? Where's it at? 105, yeah. It's right at this line. It's right at this fucking line. I have no idea what's going to happen. I know the pro-Bitcoin people are like, it's going to break it. All the anti-Bitcoin people are like, it's going to fall. And I'm just looking at it. Like, look at this line. It's taking another shot at it. I guess I should put another arrow now. Well, let's take another shot at it. Right there. Look at that. It's taking another shot. Should I consolidate this one arrow into two? I need fucking two. I'm going to get rid of one. I'm going to clean up this arrow. There we go. I'm just going to say these two peaks count as one because it's basically the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. There we go. So, consolidated the arrows. There's not so many. This is a much wider separation between the two. But this was just like two peaks right next to each other. It's like a double peak. But look, it's coming back. It's coming back right where this new arrow is at. It's taking a shot at it. We'll see what happens. I honestly don't know. Can't understand why Bitcoin's going up. What's the catalyst to it all? What's the news even? I think it's just speculation. But anyway, that was our weekly numbers. I'm a little more exhausted, so I'm just like really tired going through it. Apologies. But as always, every week go through it. The main thing is just consistency. So as always, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, let me know. And have a good day.